Welcome to the DL Gaming Podcast, adding games both new and old to your backlog, one slightly inappropriate episode at a time.
What?
My name is Taylor, and I'm clapping back as Claptrap again. Joining me today is Amanda.
And you can join my cult if you want to, but just a full disclaimer, you might have to get sacrificed.
And
Oof, rough.
Christian.
Disney Corporation came into my home and took my favorite painting off the wall and just left.
Rude. Oh,
Rude.
thieves.
That was rude. Yeah.
The mouse himself.
Yeah, it was the mouse. Mickey, they call him. Could you believe it?
Wow.
Well, this week we're going to be talking about 1000xResist, Worshippers of Cthulhu, and Cyberpunk 2077. But first, what's new, guys? Amanda.
What's new is I'm pretty excited that the Secrets of Strixhaven in Magic the Gathering is coming out this weekend. So best of luck to everybody who's going to be at pre-release events. I will also be at one as well in downtown Vancouver, so can't wait. It seems like in this kind of world that they're doing it, the Secrets of Strixhaven is kind of like a mage school. Think of Hogwarts. It's very Harry Potter coded, I think. But does anybody remember like the OG Harry Potter game where you had to like outline the spell and then it would cast it, and it felt like you were actually a student in the college and it had your house, and it was like
I
it was
do
so
remember.
Yeah.
I had it on CD-ROM.
Yes, same. And it was great. I feel like to me, the Secrets of Strixhaven brings me back to that. So pretty excited. Excited
Oh,
for
so it's a
anybody
bit
that's doing it as
nostalgic.
well. Exactly. Yeah. What's new with you, Christian? Tell me about this damn Disney coming into your house. How rude.
So Disney didn't actually. The Mickey Mouse Clubhouse did not knock on my door and take my favorite poster away, but they did go on Steam and they removed a bunch of games. You can't buy them anymore. Guys, if you wanted Star Wars Rebellion, if you wanted High School Musical 3, you can no longer buy it on Steam.
What?
And yes, not just
High School
these.
Musical 3?
They took away
did you-
Dark Forces, or a classic version as well.
Yes, they did. They removed, I think it was 20 in total. And most of these are from like movie properties. Like there's Disney Pirates of the
They had Disney in
Caribbean.
the title, generally.
Yeah. Disney Chicken Little, right? Like Disney Alice in Wonderland. Probably a lot of these, not many people will care, but I really care. Star Wars Rebellion and Dark
Right.
Forces being off. Those are beloved games.
Star Wars Rebellion has been on my wish list for the last 25 years.
Yeah, too late, dude. And before you guys say, well, just buy it on GOG, they're not there either. Disney took them down from the internet. So I guess it's a pirate's life for me and you and anyone else who wants these, perhaps. It's the only way to get them.
Shmee.
Whoa. Hey, you wouldn't download a car, would you?
You wouldn't
Disney
download High
endorses
School Musical
piracy.
3.
Captain Hook, Shmee, all of those guys are pirates.
We're in the wave. We've already been marketed to Pirates of the Caribbean. We are pirates in our souls.
Although we don't endorse stealing and piracy. Just
No, we
legally
don't.
speaking, we don't
No.
endorse that.
And I kind of wanted to talk about physical media, but that's boring. Did you guys know I was in High School Musical, the musical?
What?
What?
Yeah, guess
The musical
guess my
or
role.
the movie?
The musical.
Okay.
Guess which role I played in High School Musical, the
Dude,
musical.
the hot guy. The hot guy with the like curly hair.
Okay,
Not
Zac Efron?
No, the
Oh.
other guy.
Okay.
I was gonna say it was either Zac Efron or High Schooler number 7.
Very close, Amanda. I was basketball player 3. So
Ooh!
I was in all the basketball scenes, and there's a lot of choreography. You know, it goes like boom, ch, boom, ch, boom, ch, boom, boom, ch, and you know, it's the cheerleaders clapping and the basketballs bouncing. We had actual basketballs bouncing. It was tough.
And you had to keep them in time.
Yes, and if you watch the recording, which I still have, we were not in time. It was god awful.
Honestly, that's super hard to do.
I was gonna
It
say
was pretty
it's
hard.
tough
Yeah.
being in theater, dude. It is. Like I
It's
also was in a musical. It's
I
hard.
was as
Yeah.
well.
You were in
I
a
was in
musical too? Oh my
I
god,
was
look at
in
us three fucking
Urinetown.
what?
Urinetown.
You're
You're
in
in
town?
town?
Urinetown. Urinetown.
What kind of piss
It's
is
a
that?
it's a play on words, but yes, it is about piss.
Okay.
This
Wow.
was in high school.
Taylor was in some sort of piss. piss
Sounds like
Piss-based
a cult,
musical.
dude.
Amanda, what was your musical? What was your musical?
You know the story of like the Princess and the Pea?
I
Yeah.
yeah.
I do know
You're
that
in
story.
P, like that. That's pretty funny
Yeah.
after this. No, it's basically a story of how there was a prince who was supposed to be married, but his mom was like super strict and didn't want him to get married. So she set up this impossible
Everyone knows the
test.
story. Everyone, first of
They
all,
do?
We know
who
the
does?
They know the story.
We know
okay,
the story.
okay,
We know-
okay. Yeah,
We
no.
don't gotta
so-
explain it. This is already a long bird walk.
Yeah.
I got you. Yeah, yeah. And then,
So who are you in Princess and the Pea? And don't say the
Well,
P, please.
not
With-
trying to humble brag. I straight up like the first year that I got into theater was they did Guys and Dolls, and I was in the pit playing saxophone. And I remember sitting there looking at everybody like I'm in the wrong fucking place. I shouldn't be in the pit. I want to be on that stage.
I should be up there.
Be
So
on
when
that
they
stage,
yes.
baby.
So when they did the Princess and the Pea musical, I auditioned and I was like, dude, even if they just give me a tree, I'll be happy. I just want to be on the stage. And I'm not trying to humble brag, I shit you not. I got casted as the lead. I was the princess.
What?
Yeah,
you were the
like,
princess? Fuck yeah.
I'm starting to
Hell
think that
yeah.
we actually should be posting our videos of this to the Discord because I have the videos too.
Do you,
Yeah, that
do you
would be
still have
fun.
your
Yeah.
slightly embarrassing YouTube videos from your teenage
I'm not
years?
posting that. I'll post the musical, but I'm not posting.
Taylor.
Yeah.
Yeah, why don't you just post her diary? Jesus fucking Christ, dude. That's crazy.
I'm not posting with the birth of
Hey,
YouTube those
man,
videos.
You're the one that posted them.
I have
Yeah,
a video called
yeah.
waffle porn that no one should see. That's what I did.
This
Anyways.
is a hell of what's new.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, for me, my dad texted me yesterday to tell me about Windrose, a new early access pirate sailing and survival game that looks really cool.
Okay.
It just released into early access, so he bought it on Epic Games Store. He sent me a screenshot, right? And in the middle of the screenshot, there's a button that says download, and next to it another one that says buy it on Steam. Click here to buy on Steam. And then we're chatting. I had just added him as a family member on Steam, so we could family share, because he has a bit of a library too. And so I said, we were talking about it. I'm like, oh, you have to let me know how it is. Oh, since we family share, I might actually be able to try it. And then he was like, I was like, where'd you buy it on? And he was like, I bought it on Epic Games Store. And then and he said, I don't think it's on Steam. And I said, Dad, it's literally in the screenshot you sent me. The default is to buy it on Steam.
That's
But
so
he
funny.
buys a lot of games on Epic Games Store. So if you've ever wondered who actually uses Epic beyond the free games, it is my dad. I think he is single-handedly keeping that store open.
It's your dad
Great.
and Todd Sweeney, I think.
Yeah.
Todd
Sweeney.
Todd Sweeney. That's crazy. It's like everyone playing Fortnite, and then it's Mr. Taylor. Mr.
Yeah.
Taylor's on
Mr.
there,
Taylor,
and he's
yep.
Oh my
So-
gosh. And then I just wanted to point out for our history nerd
Todd
listeners,
Sweeney. That's funny.
Medieval Fest is coming to Steam very soon. It starts on the 20th of April. So excited to see what that's all about.
I wonder if Four Last Things is going to go on sale, because if it is, y'all should buy it. It would be like 20 cents.
Oh. All right. Well, moving on. What did you play this week, Amanda?
I played a game called Worshippers of Cthulhu. There was a HP Lovecraftian festival going on. Tons of spooky Lovecraft store like kind of based games were on a deep cut, deep sale, and Worshippers of Cthulhu was something that I was actually interested in wish listed from Next Fest. And
Okay.
it's essentially just like a colony sim. I wouldn't go as far to call it a city builder. As far as I know, you're not actually building a city, but these are like just big colonies that you're kind of building. Um it reminds me a little bit of Anno 1800, specifically that one, and the Cult of Lamb, because there's a lot of cinematics, there's a deep story to it. You want to go through kind of the tutorial and the campaign, and it's done really well in a similar way that Anno is done, which I loved that. And then the Cult of Lamb, because like sacrificing your people is a huge part of the mechanic. It's like necessary, and it's this balance and this line between you have to accumulate as many people as a part of your cult as possible, and then you also have to sacrifice as many people of your cult as possible. So, like, that's such a huge part of this game of figuring out that balance where you don't want to
Too
kill
much
too many.
Kool-Aid. Too much Kool-Aid, no cult. Not enough Kool-Aid,
Yeah.
also no
Too
cult.
much Kool-Aid, no cult.
Yes.
Amanda, I've got to know. I'm not clicking on the link. I'm not destroying our
Before
show
people come
Bible.
out here, it is Flavor Aid they use, not Kool-Aid at
Oh,
Jonestown.
sorry,
We
everyone.
know, okay? So
Well-
I'm heading off that comment.
I didn't
now.
know.
Well,
I didn't know. I
you
thought
know
the
what?
Kool-Aid man was there.
In the Cult of Cthulhu, you know what it is? It's probably Squid Ink and
Gross.
and Clamato juice, I'm sure, is the Kool-Aid.
Squid Ink and
So
Clamato.
what does this game look like? I'm not going to click on the link. What is the art style? Because when you say it's a mix of Anno and Cult of the Lamb, I have two conflicting sort of like
Oh, good
hyper-realistic
point.
or
Yeah,
2D
sorry.
art.
So I meant Anno and Cult of the Lamb in terms of kind of mechanics
gameplay?
and gameplay. Yeah. So the visual art style is very Lovecraftian. It's dark. It's
Is
artistic.
it like
it's
pixel
very
or drawn
no.
or
It's
realistic?
drawn. It's a mix between like a drawn realism kind of thing. Like it's a little
Oh,
more
cool.
realistic, but it actually looks a lot like a lot of the cinematics remind me of oil paintings in a very
Mm.
dark way. But then
So-
when you're actually looking at it and you're like mapping out your town, things like that, I guess that does remind me a little bit more of Anno, of like a realistic
Cult
kind
of the
thing.
Lamb. Cult of the Lamb is like, oh, you can fuck your cult members and have a relationship with them, or you could kill them. And it's like this cutesy sort of, you're a
Yeah.
lamb. This is not cutesy. This is
No.
serious. This is a fucking cult. Like,
Yeah,
this
I
is-
guess the Cult of Lamb part to me just reminds me of like with sacrificing and killing, because sacrificing
Mhm.
is a huge part of this game. I mean, like there are so many things about it. There's like a ceremony hall, and you're like, oh, this is fun. It's gonna be cheerful, and you enter the hall to literally burn people on the pyre, like your own people, and they're screaming and
What's the
thrashing
best
and
method to sacrifice people?
Yeah.
So because there are a few, yeah. So like one of the things too is instead of having boats, which they have some of those too, but the big thing of naval warfare in this game is summoning horrors, which you have to exalt some of your people, which is another form of sacrifice. And that part is crazy because you can zoom in and watch them get sacrificed to the water, and all these like tentacles erupt from their skin, and then like a horror comes
Ooh.
out. And so that one's probably my favorite, just because it's very
Yeah.
cinematic. But
Visceral.
technically, I would argue the best way, as in the best bang for buck of your sacrifice, is to light them on fire, because then you get a ton of faith and a ton of
Like
That's a classic.
fanaticism and
efficient
zeal. Yeah, it's the most
sacrifice.
efficient, and they give you 3 different colors, so that's fun. You know, you throw a little copper in there, it burns like a bright,
Oh,
blue or
yeah.
green. So that's
Oh
cool.
yeah, like fire fire colors, except the people are the firewood. That's
Yeah,
great.
it's crazy. So there's so many modes and maps in this game too, which makes me feel like you could be playing this for a very long time.
Good
And then
amount
at the
of
end is
replayability.
totally, yeah. And then there's the sandbox
Ooh.
mode, and so that's really fun. I really like it. I think one of the only things I didn't really like about it is that there are so many timers that just make it feel really stressful. It's so bizarre to me. Like
Mm.
if I were like, one of them is there's a timer that just slowly ticks of Cthulhu's anger and patience. So like he gets angry because the whole point of like sacrificing a lot of your people is to appease to Cthulhu and summon Cthulhu. And so that's kind of but obviously you need the people to work and build out your colony and keep building more so more cult members can join. So that's this kind of mindset
you
and this
a
mechanic
balance.
of exactly. It's the balancing act between how many people can I grab and how many people can I grab for sacrifice is a big
So-
part of its mechanic. But
Is this a world where everyone agrees that we need to keep Cthulhu at bay and they're willingly coming to you? Or do you have to like entice them with like, it's not so bad. It's
No,
just like
it
a
sounds like
cult.
they want Cthulhu. They're
There's
not
a
trying to keep him
mix.
at bay. They are summoning Cthulhu. They're
Well,
trying to wake him up.
my cult is, yes, but there's actually other competing cults that are trying to summon Cthulhu first,
Competing cults.
and there are people that are like,
There's the enemies that are like,
Cthulhu's
no.
there's enemies that are like, no, we are not going to let this demigod get summoned and fight you. So you have a lot of enemies. That's one of the maps that I was playing now, is that there's kind of enemies all around. And some of them are other cults with other horrors that they summon from the deep. And then other ones are like members of the light and like the righteous, and they're like, no, you cannot
Oh, get
summon
outta
these
here.
things. Yeah, exactly. Yeah,
Get
I
outta
mean, they
here.
die
They don't
so
like
easily.
sacrifices
Yeah.
or anything. Like,
God,
come on.
I'm gonna step on 10 spiders and get Spider-Man here. Fucking lame, dude.
Right.
That's
Get
bad.
out of town, guys. Yeah.
Yeah. But I mean, to me, like, so long as I have unclicked that patience one, because that starts to gives me a lot of stress, because there's
Right.
already like this time constraint, and there's already this feeling, and all your people are like, we have to do this now, and so there's already kind of this stress, and I don't like that. One thing I love about some city builders and colony sims is I like the Zen garden feeling that they give me usually, and how relaxed they
Yeah.
make me feel. And if I had to start doing so much resource management, and especially time management, that's like a very stressy time where I'll lose the whole game if I run out of time. Like, I hate that. That's going to kill it. But what's nice is that they actually allow you to uncheck that. They say that they recommend it because that's how the true way of playing the game would be, but you can unclick it. So that way then you can just do your thing and move at your own pace. And once I do
Cool.
that, I love this game. It's very fun. It's very relaxing. And I think the art style is really, really cool. And I love the Lovecraftian side of it as well. It's very dark and very fun. But what do you guys think would be the best ratio of kill my people and ascend them to Cthulhu's presence would be when I go back to this game?
The best ratio?
Yeah, like how many people do I need to kill to ascend?
Yeah,
Oh.
the margin, I would say like 30-70.
35% sacrificed, probably.
Yeah, 30-70
Okay.
feels
Yeah.
feels good.
I would-
30-70
I would go-
does feel good.
I would
Yeah.
go 35-65.
Yeah. And do these people procreate and have kids in your cult?
They do. So there's these like little
Mm.
events that sometimes
Do
come up.
kids count as more?
Yes, they give
less?
they more.
Oh,
And
then we
there's
might want to go like 50-20, but only kids.
Yeah.
Really?
well, there's no. It's not like, the younger the kid, the
Dude, what if it's a
sweeter the
pregnant kid? Do
sacrifice,
they
but-
count like quadruple?
This is so fun.
No, so what they'll do is they have these events and these like story time events where they go, your followers await your decision and you have to choose, and that kind of impacts it. And there has already been ones where it's like they found a pregnant woman in the woods. Do you kill her? Do you cast her out? Do you keep her in?
Yeah,
And if
2
you
for
keep her
1.
in, you get 2 for 1. Exactly. So I know that
Nice.
that's why they're counting the kids, but it's fun. It's fun to click on each of the houses too, because everybody's like it's all voice acted. And like I love clicking on the other people's little houses and hearing their things, because there'll be some dude like tatted the fuck up with scars everywhere, and he's like, I worship the deep.
I worship the deep.
Yeah. Or, I work for him. Yeah, it's so sick. It's awesome. This is a very cool game. But anyway,
Sounds awesome.
I'm really excited to hear about the dark and grittiness of Cyberpunk 2077 again, which if you guys haven't voted for this poll to keep Christian going, you got to vote in the poll
I
in our
voted.
Discord.
You know, it's funny. I'm a caster on the show and also a patron member. So
You're paying yourself.
I'm
Paying
paying
myself.
myself. I have been for years.
So for Cyberpunk 2077, I haven't gotten lost in an RPG like this since I was a kid. I had this recurring segment, or I tried to make it recurring, where I was going to play through Mass Effect. And honestly, like, Mass Effect was interesting as a first time playthrough, but it didn't grip me the same way that this is gripping me. Everyone says the
How
first Mass Effect is the
would you
worst.
say this has gripped you?
Everything I talked about last episode, it's just like the atmosphere of the game
Mm-hmm.
puts me inside the game, and I'm actually role playing at a certain level my character and what they would do.
in there versus Mass Effect, which more felt like you were like watching a story or something. You didn't feel as drawn into it.
Exactly. I felt with Mass Effect that I was more metagaming and just trying to get to the end, honestly.
Hmm.
But with this game, I feel like I told the story of you're doing this heist level and there is like the building is going to come down. And there's another time later in the game where as you play as this terrorist and you drop a bomb in an elevator shaft. And both these things, the world is telling you that you only have a limited amount of time, but you don't. There's no actual timer. You can stay, you
Right.
can loot, you can do whatever you want. But me, as the player, I am going fast because am in the game. I don't
You're
want to take it
immersed.
slow. I want to, yeah, I
You're
want
not
to sort of
experiencing the ludonarrative dissonance.
your favorite couple words. I'm not experiencing it. Yeah, yeah. And that's really special to me. Like to be that immersed in a game where I'm not playing it as a game, I'm playing it as an experience, and it has my buy-in. Is really cool. So, if you don't
That's
know
really
what this is,
special.
it's the CD Projekt Red RPG with a lot of nudity. Uh, the Patreon poll was 83% in favor of keeping me playing. That is a clear mandate for me to keep going, at least this week. But I feel like I'm on a treadmill that's getting quicker and quicker. Like, I hope these sections are interesting every time because I'm going to ask you to vote again. And I hope you vote yes
Yeah.
again. So I just
Yes, I
want to,
agree. Let's keep Christian playing Cyberpunk to the end.
yeah,
No, I don't
get
think so. No, you should stop.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
we,
And
we get 70% of the way, and then we're like, nah, we're tired.
nah, you should
Sorry,
stop. Yeah, yeah.
Christian. We blue balled you.
Yeah, yeah. I want to talk about the driving again. So I just want to say, Judy also really sucks as a driver. Like Jackie was bad. Judy is probably worse than Jackie. It's these J names. If I ever meet someone with a J name in this game, they're like, "Hey, you want to go for a ride?" I'm like, "Nope." I know what's gonna happen. You're gonna be a
Janice is right
shitty
around the
fucking driver.
corner, and he's like, "No thanks, Jan. I'll get a taxi."
Yeah, yeah. The
James. Nope.
the other day I was on the bus with the family and we were stopped at this red light and there was this cool black car to the right of us that swerved in front of the bus, went through the crosswalk of the red light, went into oncoming traffic because there was people in the lane that we were in on the other side of the red light. So we went to oncoming traffic, pulled ahead of everyone, and then zippity doo dah off. And I was like, this is Judy's perspective when she's in the passenger seat and I am driving. Like and she's me in the bus just so slow. So yeah. I I've been beginning to skip the on rails driving scenes even though they do deliver some story just because I'm frustrated at the pace at which we are going in
Yeah.
the city because I'm so immersed. I'm looking out the window. I'm like, we are
They
going
do
under the
go
speed
kind of
limit, Judy.
slow. Yeah. You're sitting in the. There's ones where you're like hanging out the window shooting at stuff, and those are better
I'm fine with
than the
those. Yeah.
ones where you're like, yeah, just sitting as a passenger, and then they're having a conversation, and it takes like 5 real world minutes to get there.
Yeah. Yeah. It's not the most interesting way to deliver the story. All the other times where they do deliver story in this game, I think it's awesome. I listen to every voice dialogue line. The driving, yeah, it's getting. Anyways,
Fortunately,
brain
there's
dancing.
pretty skippable.
Brain dancing. So I want to talk about brain dancing a bit. When I saw the first marketing of this game, the brain dancing was such. It was something everyone was talking about. I remember reading media articles. People were like, "Oh, the brain dancing is this cool mini detective game,"
Oh, I
and
know.
as I'm playing the brain dancing, I'm like, "This is like an on rails story. It's impossible to fuck up. They literally give
You
you
can't
you
mess it
can't
up.
fuck it up. It's not a detective game. It's like bright. Okay, can you guys say this with me? Bright
Bright
icons
icons
are
are
not
not
detective work.
Yeah.
Yes. And that's what it is, right? There's just, hey, look over here, bright icon, look over here. It's an on rails story. So that was disappointing because at
Compared
the
to the
beginning,
marketing, yeah, the marketing really made it sound so cool.
yeah, like you were really gonna go into people's memories and you were really gonna try and find things that you know, maybe other people playing the game weren't gonna find because you tried to do it in a different way.
Mhm.
But yeah, so just a little disappointing there. It started off really simple. And I thought, oh, then it's gonna get good. And now I've done like maybe 5 or 6 of these, and I'm like, it's not good still.
No.
When is it gonna get
I
good?
think they're just gonna hold your hand.
Also,
Yeah.
they
Yeah.
have brain dances like discs or something in the game that you can buy at some stores,
Mhm.
and you cannot play them on it. There's no way to play them. So like you can go to the sex shop and it'll sell you a sexy brain dance or whatever, or you find one on a murderer's body or something, but you're not able to actually do them unless they're part of a quest, which
Wow.
I
That's
was also
lame.
disappointed by.
In my open world, the Cyberpunk RPG, are you no? Overall, I think on that point, the overall difficulty is like pretty easy. I'm playing on normal, and even though I put literally all my points into being a stealthy biohacker, that's 2 trees.
Mm.
Like quick
Uh,
hack.
yeah, I can still blast fools, no problem. Like if it comes to a fight, I'm winning and it's not even close. And I think more than halfway through the game right now, or maybe even a little bit over half. So like, uh, again, I'm like, is it gonna get hard? Am I gonna pay for these decisions where I have to be a stealthy biohacker, or any time where I fuck up my stealth, am I just gonna have this? Okay, now I can blow people's faces
Maybe you
off.
should bump it
No
up
worries.
from
Yeah.
normal to hard.
Maybe I should. Maybe this is a me problem. Wow. I haven't thought about that before now, which is actually crazy. Hey, if you vote to keep me going, I'll bump it up.
There we go.
There we go. All
Yeah,
right,
I mean,
keep 'em going. Make
that's
it
why
harder.
they do not. Yeah, I really like that games don't lock you into difficulties anymore. Like you pick one at the start, and some games still do that, but on the whole, most games let you swap it mid game, and
Which
you
is
might
so
not get
nice.
the achievement for like beating on hard mode if you drop it down partway through, but it's so nice.
Yeah.
Because sometimes they're too easy, sometimes they're too hard.
Yeah, and you don't
So
know
I'll
until
put
you
it.
start
I'll put
playing.
it to hard. I'll put it to hard, and we'll see. We'll see what happens. The stealth mini game is actually so funny. How bad it is. like I'll be like, because I put all my points in stealth right, so I can literally crouch, walk in someone's direct field of vision, and it takes them about 15 seconds to detect me now.
Oh
And
wow.
there's just no way that I'm just
Yeah,
like,
I would just like, I guess, roll like in world, you could maybe justify it that like you've got some kind of like optic camouflage thing going,
I
like
like that because
it's
that
like
does exist in
bending the
this game.
light.
Yep.
Yeah, it's a
Yeah.
real thing that
You
exists,
just
and
have
maybe like
super
as you
advanced.
skill up, you're getting more of that, or like you know how to use it better.
Well, when I first noticed that, I was like kind of disappointed because I was being carefully stealthy, but there was just this one hallway that there was no getting around, and I was like, wait, I can just. And also, I got the
If I'm
perk where
quick.
I can take down people, and if they detect me when I'm taking them down, I automatically take down the person who's watching me taking this guy down.
What?
So-
Really, you
Oh,
take them
that's
both
cool.
down.
So
The
it's-
stealth tech is that advanced, dude. Advanced stealth tech.
Yeah. So I find myself role playing like I'm not going to walk right at people because then I'm going to break my own immersion. But it's kind of like in the back of my mind, like okay, like yeah, I
You
can
could
pretty much just
also,
walk
I
right up to
guess,
them.
start to shift your build out of being so stealthy.
I don't
If
want
you're
to.
finding it boring.
My V is a stealthy V.
Okay, fair
Yeah.
enough.
Yeah.
Or
Thank you for
try that biohacking and lean into a different weapon, maybe
yeah.
katanas or something.
My weapon is my brain and this pistol that does like 1,000,000 damage I just found randomly in the strip club. So that's my Cyberpunk check-in for the week. If I keep playing, I take the red pill. You stay in Wonderland, and I show you how deep this rabbit hole, not hill. This
Be road
rabbit hole. I'm fucking up. If you don't want me to, we all take the blue pill. The story ends. And you wake up in our bed, and you believe what you want to believe. I want to know how Cyberpunk ends. Like,
Yeah.
truly, I do. And I don't want to talk about this story. I didn't want to talk about the story in this segment because I think perhaps by next episode I will have beaten it, and then I'll
Then
probably
you can get
talk.
in on the narrative.
Exactly. Yeah. So
Have you
Very
done
cool.
some of the side quests though? Like, have you done any major side quests and completed their arcs? Because
don't think
there
so.
are other things like
There's
the
so many.
companions, quest lines, and stuff like that, or like the serial killer quest line.
I
that are
think I
kinda
want to.
bigger.
How's the boxer quest line? That
Oh,
intrigued
that
me.
one is kind of like there's not a lot to it as in terms of like
It's
story.
I still felt like that one was super funny, or at least I had a buddy whose entire build was
I
to
love the
just beat
twins.
people. Yeah, just to beat him with his fists. Like that's his
Yeah.
entire build, is that he was just wanted to be a mega boxer. And so like doing that quest line was super funny.
Dude, when I did it, my build was not at all melee focused at all. It was like the total opposite, and it actually was hard. Like I had to cheese a couple of those fights, like by like getting them in a weird corner or something where I could just kind of jab them because it was too difficult. I was not able to freaking beat them.
Yeah.
So this poll will be up on Patreon again. Thank you, patrons, for letting me play the same game week to week. It's like pretty rare that we get that opportunity unless we have a themed episode or we
Yeah.
purposefully plan it. So I really appreciate it, and I hope that we can keep going. But no hard feelings if Cyberpunk story doesn't deserve to be told again on this podcast, because Emilio has already.
I really want to hear at least one more because then maybe we'll get you'll have finished it and we'll actually be able to talk about all of it.
Yeah,
That
because
would
you
be
guys have
great.
both finished it, right?
Yes. It's a long
Yes.
time ago. My memory is a
I
little
haven't done
hazy,
the
but
DLC, but yeah, I finished the base game before
Okay,
the
cool.
big update, like the 2.0.
That might
I
be
Same.
haven't
fun.
heard about the 2.0 stuff.
yeah, same.
Taylor, the star of the show, what are you talking about?
Yeah, so this week I'm talking about 1000 times resist.
Not over
I love
9,000?
it.
No,
Why not?
1000.
1,000.
Why not 999 times
Come on,
resist?
guys.
Yeah.
It's 1000 times resist.
Okay, go.
Okay. Or if the X is silent, it's just 1000 resist. I don't know what it's supposed to be.
In what world is the X silent?
Well, there's in anime, for instance, there's one called Hunter x Hunter, which is spelled out Hunter X Hunter, but you
Oh,
don't say the X.
And
Can
it's
I
a
tell you
bunch
guys-
of Xbox gamer tags, dude, where you're not saying XX gamer
There's a
bro,
lot of those. Yeah.
XX1.
X Temptation or whatever that guy's
my
name.
first Instagram that I made was XOXO Chris Barbie, and I was hoping people
Wow.
wouldn't pronounce the XOXO. But now, whenever my sister sees me, she says, "What's up, XOXO Chris
XOXO.
Barbie?"
That's
It's
a good
never
sister move.
yeah.
That's
Well,
wonderful.
but yeah, so I'm talking about 1000 times resist and the taking advantage of video games as a medium to tell stories in ways that novels and movies cannot,
Okay.
which is something that I really love about video games. Not all video games do take advantage of that,
No.
but this one does. So if you're wondering what it is, it's a narrative-driven sci-fi game set about 1,000 years in the future after an invasion by these like esoteric aliens that there's that word again, esoteric, that also causes a worldwide plague. And there's not a ton of gameplay in this game. You could almost categorize it as a walking sim.
Okay.
But there are some sections that have skill involved. Like there's these sections where you have to like jump from like these points to points floating in midair. And if you mess up, yeah, you can mess up. So
Is this a first person
I was just about to
game?
get into that.
Sorry.
There are numerous types of perspective in this game. So there's
Oh.
third person, first person, top down, fixed camera, like the old school Resident Evil style where it's like the camera is just there in a hallway and your character runs up and down the hallway and then you go
Yeah.
around the corner and
Oh,
now
yeah.
it's a new camera. It has that in it, and so there's numerous types of perspective, and they are used really extremely well to frame and complement the narrative. So it switches to first person in moments that feel more intimate,
Oh, that's nice.
and then and smartly you're in third person mode when you're like exploring a lot of the like areas and running around. So it makes it easier to see more. which
Yeah.
is
Cool.
good.
And helps with immersion too, because again, like
It
when there's
does.
those intimate moments, it's gonna make way more of an impact if it's a first person kind of view instead of
And there are numerous times where your POV character changes. So you're not always the same character. Yeah, a big part of this game is memories and like going through memories of of another person. So um, sometimes you are playing as Watcher, who is the character you start the game as, and sometimes you're playing as Iris, uh, and or another character who I'm not going to say their name because it's a spoiler. But yeah, they kind of jump around between perspectives quite a bit, and I really this is one of those points of using the video game medium in a way that like movies don't. Like by like it felt much more impactful to me when those moments happen and those perspective shifts happened. Like it really kind of made me go like, whoa, okay, I'm in this moment now.
Okay, cool.
Um, and the narrative itself unfolds non-sequentially, jumping between years and
They're just breaking all
perspectives.
the rules, hey?
I
They're
know, yeah.
just doing whatever they want.
And even in some sections of the game, you like the time jumping is used as a puzzle solving mechanic. So you're like able to freely change what year you're in or what time frame you're in using like Q and E, almost like going through a slideshow. But like you'll be in one year and a door is closed. You go to the next year, it's open, but what you're looking for is in the other year. So you'll walk through the door, go change the year again, and now you're there. That
Okay,
kind
yeah.
of thing is used. Um, but yeah, so the actual narrative jumps around a ton, and it might sound kind of confusing, but it's not. It's done. It's weaved extremely competently. Like they did an excellent job.
This
There's
sounds very cool. What is a Peabody, Taylor?
Peabody is an award, like for writers and authors.
It has
It's
nothing to do with
literary
Amanda's
award.
acting days.
No. Or Urinetown.
Okay. So a Peabody is for written works.
Generally, yes.
Okay.
Literary excellence. And it's very prestigious. Like
Got it.
it's the top like award. So
Okay.
so this game did win a bunch of video game awards, but it also did win a Peabody, which
That's
wow.
insane,
really
right?
impressive.
That's
Is it the
amazing.
first? Sorry, this is on the. Maybe you know. Is this the first game to win a Peabody?
No, I don't know if it is or not.
But very cool that it did. Awesome.
I mean, that really sets it apart. And I discovered it on Game Pass because I was just like browsing through it and I was drawn in by the really stylized art of the game. So the graphics aren't amazing. Like this was this developer's first game. They're an indie dev whose background was in theater, actually, funnily enough. We've been talking about it.
This is the theater episode.
Yeah.
They first acted in Urinetown.
Him and his partners did come from a performing arts background, and this is their very first video game. So, I actually found his Reddit profile, his personal Reddit profile.
Okay, this is exciting.
And I could see like posts from like 6 years ago where he's on like Unity 3D subreddit asking for help, or
Very
posting
cool.
screenshots of this game in development as it was going. Like, hey guys, I'm working on my Dash, but it doesn't feel right. Can you give me advice? And like him working through this problem, which was really kind of cool.
That is awesome, dude.
But yeah, so the art, it's super stylized. The art style is really it's got a bit of an anime aesthetic to it for sure, which might turn some people off. I know some people really don't like that, but it's not like super sexualized or anything like some anime games are. I think it's really good. I like the anime style, but if you're put off by that, maybe try just giving it a chance anyway.
And when we first talked about this, that was why I passed over this game. I think it had whatever 99 overwhelmingly positive. I can't remember the
Mhm.
exact number. It was overwhelmingly positive on Steam. It had a lot of reviews, and I was like, anime next, because I
Right.
That's
just
how I
have these
feel.
It
Yeah.
looks
assumptions,
like an anime game, and it
yeah,
is not.
that
It is
that are
not an anime
wrong,
game.
right? Yeah, and I've watched great anime too. Like this is sort of just in the game space where I automatically just write things off, and I probably
Yeah.
shouldn't.
Honestly, I feel like part of the reason that it's in this aesthetic is because it's easier to model,
Mm.
like in Blender and stuff. Like, um, but anyway, I actually haven't finished the game yet. I'm in chapter 6 of like 10, or there's an extra chapter according to the wiki, so 11. So I'm about just over halfway through. Um, but it's not because I don't want to finish the game. I am hooked. I just haven't had the time to sit in and play it. But the game opens in this like super dramatic scene where like a character stabs someone in the back, like her mother. She stabs her mother in the back,
Oh, dang.
and then she falls and dies. And then it like jumps away. So that like that's how it opens, like cutscene of that, and then you wake up
God, that's
and
such a theater move too.
I know.
Bastard.
It's called like starting in media res or something like that. But
Hmm.
you wake up and you're immediately thrown into this world where someone's calling for you, and they're calling you Watcher, and they're using all these terms and aphorisms and phrases like hair to hair or heki almo. These various like language that is bizarre, and you're like, I was very confused, like trying to figure out what some of this stuff meant, who these characters are. Your very first mission is to say goodbye to someone. So like you wake up and you walk through the like hub area, that what ends up being the hub, and you talk to a couple other people along the way, and you say goodbye to Fixer, who's your main friend in this community. And so like you really don't know what's going on much, but the game does a great job of gradually building on itself and pulling you in and making you understand what all this means, and your understanding of the meaning itself shifts as you continue playing. So like I end up learning what hair to hair means, and then my appreciation for it actually grows as I keep playing the game, and new truths are unveiled. Um, so the way the story builds on itself is amazing,
That's cool, because
and
the worst
It's
thing
very cool.
in a video game is when they're clearly dropping exposition on you so that you can
mhm,
understand the world. And in the back of your mind, I feel like most people are probably thinking, buddy, I'm in the world. Just show me or do it in another way, right?
this
Like, I
is
don't.
Yeah.
this is so much a show not tell
Mm, cool.
game. There's like no exposition dumps. You're learning everything very organically.
That game that
And
Bobby hated, Tavern Keeper, because of the
uh-huh,
tutorial ghost or something.
yeah.
Just like, you won't shut up. Yeah.
So a lot of the game, at least in the first half, you are experiencing these things called communions, where well, actually, I should back up a bit. You play in mainly at the start as a clone called Watcher in this underground community of other clones of one person. So it's a bunch of clones of just one person named the All Mother, or Iris is her actual name, but they call her the All Mother, and she's like a god essentially. She's treated as a god, and then every one of these clones has a function. So your function is Watcher, and another function one is Fixer, and another one is Knower, and one of them is called Bang Fire, and she's in charge of the guns.
Okay.
Um,
That's very fitting, actually.
Yeah, yeah. So no one goes by names in this society. They all go by their function. And there's five main clones, and then a bunch of shell clones that are waiting to graduate because there can only ever be one watcher, one fixer, one knower at a time, and they are replaced because they occasionally, at some point, a train gets sent for them in this underground world, and they go to the other side, quote unquote, to meet with the All Mother, them like herself, and then they're gone, and so now you need a new fixer, right?
Sounds
And
like
I
a
think spoiler
sacrifice.
alert,
Is it a
it's
sacrifice
not
for
a
cult?
yeah.
Not a spoiler.
Yeah, not a no, but I mean, we all know where trains go when they're taking people unannounced places. Like,
Right.
It's
Well,
not
yeah,
good.
yeah. You'll
it's
see.
not good. It's not
If
good.
you play it, you'll see. It's not as bad as you think.
Okay.
Oh,
Um, but yeah, so you end up like doing these communions as the watcher. Your function is to observe, right? And to watch things. So you go through the All Mother's memories by using like this little. There's like this little floating, like crystal looking thing made of triangles called secretary that helps you do this, and also will comment on things like and explain things like when you're in the memories, you're in Iris's room at one point, and there's a stuffed plushy whale, and you've never seen a whale before, so you don't know what it is. And the secretary is the one that tells you in a very matter of fact way, like this is a marine animal before the ocean's boiled or whatever.
oh, that's so cool because it's like it's telling you something that you, the player, knows, but it's
Mm-hmm.
shedding light on what you, your
It's the
character.
background.
It's like the reverse exposition. It's like the
Yeah.
good version
That's
of
cool.
this, you know?
Right. So I end up learning that the oceans like got too hot and killed all marine life because of that explanation. Um, and so some of these memories send you back to what is our modern day, um, taking place at school and Iris's home in Canada. Actually, they
Oh,
are an immigrant family. Iris is a first generation immigrant from Hong Kong.
okay.
And so this takes place right at the start of these memories will take place right at the start of the alien invasion and this pandemic they brought with them. And a lot of the times these end up being kind of creepy experiences. Some of them like they start out normal, but then they get kind of dark and weird and creepy as people are succumbing to this disease.
God, I
And
sometimes hate that we do this podcast because I'm like, I can't play this game.
yeah,
You know,
yeah,
like realistically, I won't play this game because you've already played it, but I want to play this game.
Sounds so
yeah,
cool.
man.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
how I felt with Esoteric Ebb and Amanda covering that
Yeah.
the other week. But yeah, as you learn more of Iris's story and her friend Zhao and her parents and these other characters around her, they feel really intimate, grounded, and realistic as characters, thanks to really fantastic voice acting, writing, and music. So they feel very much real people. And not caricatures or anything like that. And the voice acting is really kind of subdued in ways. And I looked them up, and they're all brand new to voice acting, which I was really surprised by.
What do you mean by
Um,
subdued? Like what's making him sound like that?
when I say subdued, I just mean like not like over the top, not like
Ah,
playing a character. They just sound like regular people
oh, I see.
talking like you and I,
Not like a claptrap.
not like a clap
No.
listen to the pre-show, guys. But I found these perspective shifts and the different gameplay segments that to like really highlight the story. Really, they carefully they're carefully chosen to take advantage of the video game medium in a way that I just don't see often. In fact, just this morning I was playing before work, and I was getting choked up, and I started to cry, and like had to get up from my computer and like go have a cigarette because I was like getting emotional, which never happens to me when I'm playing video games. I'll cry at a movie or something like that. Like Blood Diamond always gets me to cry, that movie. But video games, for whatever reason, hardly ever.
That's where the
uh,
Peabody's
game,
coming in, it
but
sounds like, which is
yeah,
awesome.
this one's getting me. And it really sucks you in pretty fast, and makes you really care about these characters. And they're not like, a lot of these characters are extremely flawed. There's not good and evil or even shades of gray. Like, there's so many morally shades of gray character like media right now, and like anti-heroes and whatever. But this is instead people that are reacting realistically to their like upbringing, their trauma, and these extreme circumstances that they find themselves in. So, and like my opinion on the main, like the All Mother Iris, has changed a lot as I've played. Like initially, I just found her to be this kind of cruel teenage girl who, um, who ended up becoming this kind of mysterious and like capricious god. But as I learned more about her, going through her memories and playing the game, I really came to appreciate her more, um, and the circumstances that led her where she was. Um, and then all the other main characters are similarly like really fleshed out and just feel like real people. And then in chapter 5, there's this massive perspective shift, like, and huge reveal that totally flipped everything on its head. Like, I'm playing this game, going along, and I kind of feel like I'm getting towards the end of the game, right? I experienced the moment from the start of the game. Uh, and I'm like, okay, cool. Like, this is wrapping up. And then, boom, no, out of nowhere, it's like, no, no, you're not done, dude.
Hell yeah.
You don't even know what's going on right now, dude. We're
Hell
about
yeah.
to show you.
God, it's like season 9 of Lost. You're like, bro, we don't know anything.
Oh
What
my
are you
god!
talking-
And it like I finished chapter 5, and this big event happens, and I had to stop for work because I had to go to work. And dude, I spent all day at work
Thinking about
thinking
it.
about this,
Oh,
like, and just like
God.
I can't wait to get home and get back.
Yeah,
Like, I gotta know,
Yeah.
dude. I gotta know.
you have to play this
Oh
again and
man,
get to the end and talk about it.
I
You have
know.
to. Yeah.
And dude, man, I am begging our listeners right now to also play this game because I want someone to like, full spoiler talk about it with. Like,
I think next
Warconius
time
mentioned that he might play it, but
this sounds like a game Warconius would love.
I think maybe next time I'll go full spoilers.
Yeah, go full
And
spoilers.
we'll just say full spoilers next episode.
Yeah.
Because I'm gonna talk about this next episode as well.
Just
after I
selfishly
finish it.
for me, at least, like I'm here and I want to fucking know. So I think you should
Yeah.
do it. Yeah.
Honestly, though, I totally see why this game has won all these awards, including the Peabody. And as like a first, like there are some negatives to it. It's not all amazing, but like the main hub area where you end up running around a lot in between the communions, fucking sucks, dude. It is impossible to navigate. Like there's all these corridors that go on. It's unintuitive as hell. Like I spent way too much time running around, and after each like in each chapter, you're encouraged to go and talk to every NPC to see what they have to say. Um, and finding they change locations each time. So not only are you in this confusing as hell map, but actually finding the people you want to talk to is hard because they keep moving. And then they included like a way to like you hold the middle mouse button and it pulls up this bar at the top so you can like see an icon of where they are like a compass, but it's not very helpful. And then they added a map post launch because so many people complained. And it's also not that helpful. So it's just impossible to navigate this place.
I
Like,
want to I listened to a skill up video on Claire Obscure, and what struck me as interesting about Claire Obscure is it was a lot of the first time that a lot of the people on the team were making a video game or
right.
acting in a video game or voice acting in a video game, like mocap voice acting, all of it. Writing, the writer was the first time she had written for a video game, but a lot of them also came, if I remember right, from theater,
Mm-hmm.
which is just like the artist was a prop designer, a set designer for theater. And so I think Timothy Chalamet recently like got in the news for making fun of theater, saying theater's dead or whatever. I think there's something to the physicality of understanding
Oh
just the
yeah.
basic things of like setting a scene and how to
Well,
tell a
think about it
story
too.
that is
Totally.
so like
In theater,
universal.
you are also like making sets and props, just like you do in a video game. Like you're physically designing a level, right? You're physically modeling these things
Mhm.
in Unity, like you would a set.
Yeah,
And it's a similar point of view of like you only need to make what the player can see, and everything behind it can be what like sticks holding it up
Yep.
as
totally. Yeah.
They're
well.
just
So
seeing
like
the
I think there's a
stage.
lot. I think you're right. There is a bit of a like
Overlap.
a natural progression there if someone wants to do it. But this is definitely one of those games that it's like this is a game that will stick with you long after you finish it. And just like, certain TV shows and whatever, just like you finish them and it's not that you necessarily want more, it's just you got to like keep thinking about it and the themes. Like the themes of this game, I didn't even go over them all, but it's like culture, identity, family, the immigrant experience, our real Hong Kong, the real Hong Kong protests, fascism, generational trauma, the experience of a woman, like a young woman, and mothers. I don't know, like there's just a lot of these big things, big swings of themes that are hard to do, and they just nailed it. So anyway, that's what I've got for you this week.
That was great, dude. Thank you so much
Yeah.
for sharing. When I watched and finished Andor, I felt this is so nerdy. I felt honored that I was in a place and time where I could absorb this art.
Right.
And this is, from what you're saying, it feels like the similar feeling where it's like, wow, I am so lucky that I am here and could have been at the exact right time to play this game and enjoy it the way I
Yeah.
have. Yeah, cool.
It's one of those too that it was like I didn't even have to pay for this game, man. Like it's on Game Pass.
That's
And
awesome.
I just casually downloaded it. It was a small download and I just downloaded it and it was like, I'll just give it a shot. Like it's not
Yeah,
a
you
big
you
deal if I
you
like
could have
it or
been
What
not.
an
playing
honor.
fucking the Pac-Man, like the
Yeah.
Pac-Man emulator from the fucking Xbox. You were, yeah, it's just a
I
lucky
don't know. I
demo.
just
Instead,
yeah, it feels crazy. Like I would have paid you know, $60 for this game just for the quality of it. Like I don't know. It's really good, but we got to keep moving the show along. So, um, Amanda, what do you want to play?
well, I have been really craving, and I feel like I'm always fighting this craving, like a strong addiction to fucking Ark, guys. God damn it, and crafting survival. So this game is called SpaceCraft. Maybe it's similar to Bitcraft. I don't fucking know, but it's
Why do
another.
all your games have craft
Because
in
I
They all
like
them?
have
to
Love
craft.
craft.
I'm crafty. I want to craft, dude. And so
I mean,
Yeah.
so spacecraft is this like open world space that kind of appears to me to be somewhat like, I guess, No Man's Sky and like Satisfactory and like open world adventure with a ton of crafting and survival. So it's coming to early access out in May. And I just really want Ark in space. And if I could make it in like the Expanse universe, that would be even better. I just want to be a
Ooh,
fucking Belta, dude. I want to walk
Belta
up and be
Belta
like,
Walda.
Walda.
Belta Walda, yeah. Well, just being a Belta Walda is like when you're talking about the whole belt, but like I want to be a Belta and then I could go walking around being like, well, Wada, like Sasake. That's all I want to fucking do.
So good.
I've been watching so much Expanse. That's what we're watching right now, and I'm just like,
Oh,
God damn it,
nice.
I just want
Oh,
to do
you're
that. And
rewatching it right now?
I'm rewatching it, and
Oh,
it's my partner's very
see,
first time watching it.
Oh,
So
it's his first? Oh,
yes,
no
yeah, we're gonna
way.
so
watch it
I
my
after
bet he loves
this.
it.
my friend Josh was an extra in the Expanse
Yeah,
season.
dude, he
What?
posted on that. He
Yeah,
posted that
season.
in the Discord.
I think it's season 5. He's on Marco
Oh,
Inaro's ship
He's a
as
belter.
he's a belter. He has the face tattoo. He is in a couple. You have to pause to see, like he's just a background, an extra. But I love that he was in, and he was so chill.
That's
He
so
never read the
cool.
books, never watched the movies. He's just like, yeah, I was just in it. I was
What?
He
like,
just
what?
casually dropped that out of nowhere. I think I think I was having a conversation with you, Christian, or someone else was having a conversation where we were talking about like the Expanse came up in some form or fashion, and then he's just like, "Oh, I was in that."
Yeah.
Boom, like there's a picture, and
So
everyone was like, "What?"
I
So
sent
crazy.
my copy of the Expanse, my beloved first copy, the first book of the Expanse, to Toronto where it was being filmed while he was an extra, and I emailed Ty Frank and said, "Sign this book because my buddy's an extra, and give him the book because he hasn't even read it." And so my friend Josh has a signed copy of the
No
Expanse. He was
way.
literally working on the
What?
set of the Expanse, and he still. I'm like, "Hey, have you read it?" He's like, "Yeah, I might get
He
around
still
to it
hasn't
one
read
day."
it. So he
Oh
has
my
the signed
gosh.
copy, and he hasn't read it.
Yeah,
You
yeah.
just wait. Like, I mean, once he gets started with
Come
that,
on,
like
man.
so I was telling my brother about how
We
we're
should
watching The
shame him
Expanse,
into reading it.
right? Yeah. Well, the thing is like I'm telling you, once you start it, you're gonna get fucking hooked. Cause like even then, like we were looking at an Expanse, and my partner was like, I don't really know. We watched Foundation, and that was another.
I love that.
That's such
Yeah.
another amazing series. And then my brother was like, I'm not watching The Expanse. It looks like Star Trek. And I was like, oh, you don't
So
even
not Star
know.
Trek.
It's so not Star Trek. Star
What's wrong with
Trek's fine
Star
too. Yeah,
Trek?
Star
What
Trek's
the
fine
heck?
too. But
There's
like
nothing
it's very
wrong with it, but
different.
it's very much not The
It's not
Expanse.
Star
The
Trek.
Not
Expanse
The
and Star Trek are
Expanse.
different. I
Yes.
can. Some people don't like Star Trek, and I can understand why. But The Expanse is not.
The Expanse
that.
is amazing. And so really all I want is just everything to do with space right now because I'm deep in an
Got
Expanse
it.
hole.
You have
And
that craving,
I
and
have that
yep.
craving, and I always have the craving of Ark. So when you kind of combine this crafter in space, I'm fucking sold right now. So SpaceCraft looks cool. I'm gonna check it out. I got high expectations. I got the Expanse level expectation, guys. So maybe I
Don't
should
fuck
wait
it
a
up,
minute. That's
SpaceCraft.
Man,
for
you are gonna so
SpaceCraft.
love when Expanse Osiris
I
comes
know.
out.
That's honestly that's really what I want.
Well, we were
So-
talking about that when Marco was on the episode, and I think we're all kind of lukewarm on the possibility of it being good, but we all hope that it's amazing.
It is kind of in that from the footage and stuff that I've seen, and yeah, I'm kind of in the middle part of it too. It's like, what are you just gonna be soldiers and regular soldiers in space? Because there's no like magic or ability. It's like people keep comparing it to Mass Effect, and Mass Effect has space magic in it. So
Yeah, we'll
and
see.
aliens and
Who
all of
knows?
that. Whereas the
Maybe
Expanse doesn't.
But what if it's some alternative universe where they can the magic
all
is
have
the protomolecule,
protomolecule
dude. It's
bullshit.
that's the protomolecule.
That would
like,
fucking piss me off so
would-
much if
I
it was
would be so mad.
proto-molecule magic. I'd be like,
I
you
would be mad.
don't reduce this to a fucking fireball spell. This is fucking this is some
Right.
real themes
Yeah.
going on.
Okay.
Yeah.
Guys, the game I want to play is called Lines of Battle. So I'm just going to read what the developer wrote in the middle of the Steam page. Lines of Battle began as the vision of a single developer inspired by watching the 1970 film Waterloo hundreds of times.
What a great honesty
like,
on the Steam page. Yeah.
That is the game. You are literally just drawing Napoleonic era battle lines and trying to outmaneuver your opponent. And it's not
Cool.
like they're 3D renders of your dudes. They're literally just like the boxes. And if there is two perpendicular lines, that's cavalry. If it's two crisscrossy
like
lines,
a battle report.
exactly. Yeah, like you're looking at a battle map. And there's a free online version of this that I tried, and immediately I lost. I was actually playing with someone who pretended to be new, and we were chatting a bunch, and then I learned he was just toying with me the whole time. He's like,
You're
oh, by the way,
smurfing.
he's like, my cavalry was at your flank for the whole game, and then he just
Yeah.
completely decimated me, and I was like, God damn it, cavalry hiding in the hills. So I like these deep strategy games where there's two symmetrical forces. You know, if we go back to like Warcraft 3, let's say, there's the undead, there's the night elves, there's the humans, and they're all balanced, but they're all asymmetrical. They all play differently.
Right.
This is like chess. Two
They're
equally resourced, exactly, two equally resourced opponents, and who does the better maneuvering and who has the better plan, they're likely going to be the winner.
I
So
do like that.
I like it. It's addicting, and the simplicity of like the lack of graphics for this game, I think actually lends itself to it being better. If I play a 3D chess game, it's worse, right? Like if I play
Oh,
like a
those are
wizard's
way
chess,
worse.
yeah, I'm like, this is bad, you know? So I'm excited for Lines of Battle to come out on Steam because I hope that it uh, gets to a community that isn't so hardcore so I can actually not lose.
Oh,
And
everyone who plays it is like super good.
yeah, when I was on, I think there was like
There's no
70
skill-based
people.
matchmaking.
Yeah, and everyone was destroying. Yeah, Lines of Battle. Excited for it.
Sounds cool. I'm excited to hear more. Like, I actually want to maybe check it out too. If there's a free version of it to play online, or is it the paid version that you just go online?
No, it's free online. Yep.
Oh, I gotta check this out.
Yeah.
That sounds right up my alley.
Yep.
Well, what I already said it before, but I'm gonna finish 1000xResist this week and report back to see if it sticks the landing. And like, spoiler alert, we'll go full spoilers in that. I just really hope it manages to tie itself together and stick the landing. But
I can't
'cause
imagine it wouldn't.
I have no idea what the ending even is gonna be like yet. I have no prediction. So
So it's not 1x resist. It's not 100x resist. I think they named it This is 1,000 out of 1,000. I think they're
Thousand out of
batting.
1,000, yeah.
Yeah,
Batting 1,000. Yeah.
batting
times resist. And resist is all caps, just so you know.
Okay.
Resist.
You're gonna really
Yeah,
resist.
say it like that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But all right, let's see. What's our community up to this week, Amanda?
Yeah, so we got some listener questions. Going to start with the Livingston, which he asked, what are some old games that you fall back on time and time again? And as you could tell from my on the radar, for me, it seems to be fucking Ark Survival Evolved because I can't shut the fuck up about that game and I love it. So,
For me, the one I always come back to is Star Wars Rebellion, and it's sad that it's been delisted from Steam. I don't know how many people were still buying this game. I assume close to zero, but
Almost no one would be buying it new at this point.
exactly. But I think people were, at least one person was picking it up, and it's still a good game to play, and it's still something special set in the Star Wars universe that isn't available anywhere else. And yeah, so I'm sad it's gone.
Yeah, it sucks. For me, an old game I fall back on time and time again is Baldur's Gate 2, baby. Love that game. I play it like once every year or two. Yeah, so
yeah.
Sweet.
good question.
Yeah, great question. We've got a comment from Spotify from the last episode, and it says I'm sure he's referencing Christian. Should keep playing Cyberpunk. Parentheses. It's me. Wait, what? This is Christian. Oh, that's cheating. That's cheating. Christian's voting for
Christian
himself.
commented
He
on
commented on his
Spotify.
own.
I'm cheating. I want to keep playing Spotify, or I
No,
want
but
to
that's
keep playing
great.
Cyberpunk, not Spotify.
All right,
But
patrons will have to vote for that, please. I
Yeah.
want him to keep going. Next episode will be funny though, if you do get voted. And it's funny, I'm not holding a vote. I'm just straight up.
You
being like,
shouldn't.
sorry,
By the way,
guys."
you shouldn't hold a vote.
He's resisting.
no vote needed.
Yeah, he's gonna be.
Yeah.
He's doing his part in resisting. So, but
Yeah.
it will be funny. The
Wow.
next episode will basically be tying up ends. So,
Yeah.
I have a quote. What a lovely interview. Love it. Rodrigo Ratti. The Thrive interview.
Rigorati.
The Thrive interview is out. Amanda went to Fan Expo Vancouver and she met some local developers, and they are making their first game. And so the story of how they came to Canada, why they're making this game, and a little bit about what the game is about and sort of their hopes and dreams for it. That's available on YouTube and on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, wherever you get this podcast. The audio version is available as well. Take a listen to that, and more of these are coming. So
Yep.
if you like it, let us know.
Yeah, we love getting to do these interviews, and also if you just happen to know someone that might be interesting to be interviewed, reach out to us and let us know. Like, that'd be great.
Yeah.
But I'd like to shout out our executive producer, Truthbringer, like we do each and every week.
woo!
Thank you, Truthbringer.
Thank you, Truthbringer.
All right, but my name is Taylor, and joining us today was Amanda and Christian. tune in next week because Amanda is going to see what an AI-driven future looks like in the old game Beyond a Steel Sky.
Woo.
God, we're living in
Mission.
it. Fuck.
Yeah. Well, hey, we're getting the AI episode.
Playing us out is miscellaneous Yoshi noises. Goodbye.
Oh, where is the Yoshi noises?
I think it's like outro 13_Yoshi noises.
Nice. You know what? That's whatever you get.